the 15th century, Prince of Wallachia, were held as hostages in the Ottoman Empire, to secure his father's loyalty. He was brutally trained to be a soldier in the Sultan's elite Janissary Corps. He then became one of their most feared warrior, and was given a name, Vlad the Impaler, son of the dragon. After slaughtering thousands by impaling them gruesomely on spears, but became sickened by his own acts and decided to abandon his dark past. Now, ruling his domains in peace, Vlad and his soldiers discover a helmet in a stream and fear that an Ottoman scouting party is preparing the way for invasion. The stream leads to Broken Tooth Mountain, the top of which has a cave carpeted in crushed human bone. Within the cave, they are attacked in the dark by an inhumanly strong and fast humanoid creature, killing Vlad's retinue instantly. Vlad barely escapes, and returns to his castle, where he learns from a local monk, that the beast is a vampire. A Roman from the days of the empire named Caligula, who was tricked by a demon for personal success and great powers, but was trapped in the cave as a price for this.
Now you know its true face.
After the incident and the fact that Vlad had recently discovers, he chooses not to tell his wife. Then proceed to celebrate an Easter feast, with his wife Marina and son Angeras. That is when an Ottoman contingent arrives at the castle uninvited, and without respect starts to harassing people as if they were their prey. Vlad offers them the usual tribute payment of silver coins, but the emissary wants an additional tribute of 1,000 boys, to be trained as janissaries. To which, Vlad refuses to their terms, and would like to confront Sultan Mehmet regarding his request.
It must be done.
Marina believes Vlad can convince Sultan Mehmet II, to show mercy. In the next day, at the Ottoman army's camp, Vlad genuinely seems defeated, after begging and offers himself, in place of the 1,000 boys instead, were rejected. And to make matters even worse, Mehmet also demands Vlad's son, Angeras.
You'll make plenty more.
After the confrontation, Mehmet orders his men to retrieve Vlad's son from him. Where Vlad finally had enough and kills the Ottoman's army.
War will come. You can't protect us.
Knowing war is coming, Vlad returns to the Broken Tooth Mountain cave to seek help from the vampire.
Your thirst for human blood will be insatiable.
The vampire tells him there are consequences and offers him some of his blood, which will temporarily give Vlad the powers of a vampire. But, if he resists the intense urge to drink human blood for 3 days, he will then turn back into a human. Otherwise, he will remain a vampire forever, and the ancient vampire will be freed. Vlad accepts the offer. He discovers that he has the ability to transform into a cloud of bats. Using his ability he returns to Castle Dracula, where the Ottoman army launches the first attacks, but Vlad single-handedly kills them all. He then sends most of the castle's subjects to Kozia Monastery for safety.
We must leave directly for Kozia Monastery.
Marina learns of Vlad's curse, as she sees him holding silver to keep himself weak when near his people in order to avoid revealing his condition, or worse, attacking them for blood. Vlad's sudden increased strength also arouses suspicion among his people.
He's already gone.
That night, the Ottoman army marches on the monastery. Vlad commands an enormous swarm of bats to repel them. However, the soldiers are actually a decoy force, allowing a handful of Turks to infiltrate the monastery, kill many of the inhabitants and kidnap Angeras. Marina tries to defend her son, causing her to fall from the edge of the monastery wall. Despite his superhuman speed, Vlad cannot reach her in time. Dying, Marina pleads with Vlad to drink her blood before the sun rises and lifts his curse so that he will have the strength to save their son. Vlad reluctantly drinks her blood, triggering his final transformation into a full-blooded vampire and granting him even greater powers, and in doing so he frees the ancient vampire from his cave by breaking the magical seal imprisoning him. As he does so, he summons black storm clouds to block out the sun. Vlad returns to the monastery and turns a small group of survivors and mortally wounded into vampires as well. At the Ottoman army's camp, Mehmet prepares for a massive invasion of Europe. Vlad and his vampires arrive, hidden by a large lightning storm, and easily massacre the terrified Ottoman soldiers, while Vlad himself goes after Mehmet, who is holding Injera's captive. Aware that vampires are weakened by silver, this pussy-ass bastard has lined the floor of his tent with silver coins, reducing Vlad's strength and speed to that of a human, and impairing his vision, as Mehmet fights him with a silver sword. He overpowers Vlad and prepares to impale his heart with a wooden stake, but Vlad turns into a flock of bats and evades him. Taking the name Dracula, son of the devil, he kills Mehmet with his own stake and drinks his blood. Vlad then sends Injeras away before his vampire army preys on him, and dispels the storm clouds so that the vampires, including himself, will burn away and die in the light. However, a man who had previously observed Vlad's nature and offered to serve him, drags his dying body out of the sunlight and drips his own blood onto Vlad's lips, restoring the vampire to life. With Vlad presumed dead, and Europe saved from the Ottoman invasion, Injeras is crowned the new Prince of Wallachia.
Prince Vlad Dracula was a hero.